Hey everyone, I'm coming to you with a spinning update today. Spinning, knitting, haven't done any crocheting. So this is the yarn that I showed you guys on the bobbin the other day, that fall colorway of the punta, and it's almost dry. So I just want you guys to see what it looks like skeined up. And it's 130 yards. It's 3-ply, finger and weight, heavy finger into heavy finger and weight. It's the first skein of yarn that I spun since before Christmas, so I was real happy. It turned out pretty well. So it just needs to finish drying, and then I'll be getting it in the mail along with the rest of the fiber in the fall colorway series that someone purchased the fiber and the skein of yarn. So it came out real nice. Can't wait to see what this person does with it because they're an awesome knitter. What else I've been spinning? I have been spinning some of the, and I sent Sharon a sample of this fiber. It's a Tweety fiber. It's neppy fiber. It is a 7% alpaca and 30% nylon blend, and it's very strong. So if you ever, and I have several balls of this fiber if you're interested in purchasing some of it. It's a very male-oriented colorway. Um, I like grays and I like natural colors. So, and it's soft as well. And this is a 3-ply, and it came up to 140 yards from one ball of the fiber. And I've showed you guys how I took that fiber and I balled it up because it was taking up too much room in the big garbage bag that it was in. But I can't wait to knit with. I think I'm gonna actually knit with this. I want to do when I saw it. I want to do a boneyard shawl. I don't know why, but that's what came to my mind when I saw this yarn. So I'm gonna have to spin up some more of it to make sure I have enough yardage for a boneyard shawl, or kerchief, or whatever they call it. The merino, orange merino, I finished plying that. And as you can see, it came up to be a nice finger weight. This is actually merino. It spins up a lot finer than it looks. So this is actually a 3-ply, and it's 242 yards. So it turned out really nicely. Very nicely. Okay. And then I have the two bobbins that I had prior to Christmas that was sitting on the bobbin. So it's a little wavy. That's just because it sat on the bobbin so long, so it started to, like when you cake up a ball of wool, and if you don't use it right away, it gets curlicued because it's been in the ball so long. The same thing happened with your yarn, your wool, your shingles. If you leave them on the bobbin too long, they'll start to take the contour of the bobbin. And the closer they are to the bobbin, the smaller the contour, the further they are from the core of the bobbin, then the wider the contour. So you get this waviness in your fiber that you weren't expecting. But once you wash it to finish it, it'll relax those those bonds that form from. It's just like when you curl your hair. It'll relax those bonds, and then the fiber will straighten back out. The fiber is very, very balanced. As you can see how the 2-ply, it did a lot better than the 3-ply. So this is a lot. I got to do the yardage on this. It's a lot. It is a lot. It was 2 full bobbins of 2-ply lace weight, and it's very pretty. I was thinking about over dyeing it, but I really like the way it is now. I was thinking about over dyeing it in a red and a green, but it's just so pretty as it is. So I don't see a lot of lace work in like the natural grays and stuff. You mostly see it now. You see a lot of the lace work in lighter colors and stuff. So I'm wondering, I know it would have something to do with showing the stitch definition. So I think a more solid type shawl with pearl bumps or something. Or something like, Lala simple shawl, but something in lace weight will look really nice. You can see this fiber also has a little bit of a luster to it, and that's the wool that's in there. Okay, then this is what was left over on the bobbin, so I did it in a 3-ply. and it's 113 yards that was left over in 3-ply light fingering. And then this was, like I said, it was on the bobbin for a long time. I was surprised it was that much fiber. This is actually a 3-ply. Because once I got the rest of this off the bobbin, I found out that the rest of this colorway was under that. So it was approximately about the same amount. So it's probably like 100 some yards of this colorway was under this gray. So it's going to be a nice size skein. Once it's washed and it's a fingering weight, a true fingering, these would be some really pretty socks if someone wanted to make them into socks. I'm going to guesstimate that this is about 350 yards, somewhere around 350 yards once I count all the strands. But it's real. I wish it wasn't so wavy you could see the colors better. But it's a real pretty yarn. And this is a wool as well. This is wool that I use as dye soppers. So some of it is Falkland, a little bit of it is Polworth, a little bit of it is Romney, a little bit of it is Punta. It's just some little bits and pieces of white wools that I had left over, a little bit of BFL, some merino that I had left over that I use as dye soppers after I was doing that dyeing last year, later last year. You know, all that yarn behind me in those bins that's braids are woven that's dyed. So this is what I use for the dye soppers, and it's a very pretty yarn. So I gotta wash this now. So that's all the spinning that I've been doing and plying that I've been doing with the ones I showed you guys last time. This today, actually, the part of last night today, what I'm doing now is all that fiber that I sorted from the mill. There's like little bits and pieces of like maybe a half ounce of this, ounce of that, you know, a few pieces of this and that. It's mill ends, it's, you know, stuff that she keeps for me, and she doesn't throw it away because she knows I'll spin it. And I like making what I call them remnant skeins, which is usually when you have a little bit left on the bobbin. Instead of a remnant skein, I'm just spinning it random fiber that I get out of the bag, one of the bags. So as you can see into the bag, you see there's all different kinds of fibers in the bag. And I'm just picking what was on the top. And this bag was over full. It was stuffed over full. And I already have a bobbin and 3/4 of a bobbin full. So I took the one that I'm not spinning on, when it's full, off. And this bobbin is going to have alpaca wool blends, alpaca nylon blends. It has purples, it has whites, oranges, it has all kinds of colors. And this will be a fun finger and weight project as well. Once it's plied, it'll be a heavy fingering to light sport yarn, or DK, whatever they call it. So I'm not being very technical today. I don't feel very technical today. I feel a little bit out of it today. And I think I showed you guys this already. So let me put it back in front of the heaters. It's drying over here. So it should be dry so I can get it in the mail tomorrow. What I'm knitting, I started a hat, and this hat is for a friend's grandson. And the colors is using the Big Ben. It's called Big Ben yarns, and this is a discontinued yarn because I looked to see if there is any left, but it's discontinued. And I gotta get some new bifocals. So my vision did change some. The lot number is 37433, and the color number is 9602. It has a lot of primary and secondary colors, and it's also barber pole. It's a 2-ply. It's a 2-ply of a, like, it's two 4-plies twisted on themselves. So it's like an 8-ply yarn. 8 plies total, but it's like 4 plies in each plying strand. And it's just real pretty colors. and it's not showing the yellows as well as it's showing the other ones. Let me see. Yeah. It's real pretty. Now my daughter is a thrift store person, so she's always going to thrift store. She found this book at the thrift store the other day, and she bought it home to me. It's called The Knitting Collection, and it's old, probably older than me. Nah, it's probably from the 70s. I don't know if I could find a date on the thing. I could tell you. Let me see. Anyway, it has like starting knitting, and it has knitting and stripe techniques. It has cable techniques. It has crochet edgings, ruffles. It has color work techniques, setting in the sleeves. So it's basically just a, like the knitting Bible. It teaches you a little bit of everything, and it has reading charts and irregular edges and dolls, covered knitted buttons, piping cording. It's a real interesting little book. Fur Owl, the Fur Owl tradition. So it shows you how to do Fur Owl sock and stuff like that. Guernsey knitting. It talks about Aran knitting. It has a lot of history in it. I wish it had the date. It has samples of Spanish knitting, folk knitting. It's a real interesting book. I'm going to have to research to find out when it was published, when these cards were published. And I like that it's in this D-ring binder as well. So she found that at the thrift store for me. And yesterday she went thrifting with her friend, and she found these. And Pilana. I've never seen them before. But so she got me these, and that'll make a little baby blanket. So I'm gonna make a baby blanket for the Edmark Foundation with this. So she got those for me from the thrift store. So yeah, that is what's been going on in my neck of the woods. I hope to have some of those odds and ends skeins yarn plied up tonight. Maybe I can show it to you guys tomorrow if I get it plied tonight. Gotta work on the socks, and it's just feeling good. It just feels good to be spinning again, because spinning is what really helps my mind to rest and relax and everything. I mean, I enjoy crocheting, I enjoy knitting, but spinning is my love. Yeah, spinning is my love. All right, then let me go run my errands, and then I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.